So Toyota has joined the game with their first pure EV and they're calling it the BZ4X. An interesting name. It's a harder one to remember. It's got 4 syllables, and what I've learned in the process of naming things is 4 syllables is a bit harder for people to remember, but that's okay. I'm going to try to look at this vehicle from an unbiased look, so let's take a look at the vehicle. I think that looks pretty good. I like the black going around the wheel well. That's different. That's cool. Other than that, let's look at the interior. I think this looks how we all expected it to look. It's a Toyota. It's a reliable brand. It's nothing flashy. It looks good. So let's get into the specs. The Toyota starts at $42,000 and it has 252 miles of range and goes 0 to 60 in 7.1 seconds. If we compare this with the Model 3, on the other hand, it also starts at $42,000. It has 267 miles of range and goes 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. So they're both coming in at 42,000, but we can see that Tesla is still ahead in battery technology. The one thing to remember about the price tag is that with the dealership model that Toyota operates, dealers have been crazily jacking up prices on what they call dealer markups lately. And as you can see on some of these Twitter posts, people are raving about it online and just getting absolutely ragged on. I'm not saying it's a guarantee that you're gonna have to pay a markup if you go with the BZ4Z or whatever it's called. I already forgot the name. But the dealers are claiming that these markups are a result of supply shortages, so just be prepared for that to happen if you buy a Toyota. And also, if you do decide to go with Toyota, you're not going to have access to Tesla's supercharging network, which is by far the most built out charging infrastructure on the planet. Toyota did announce a couple of weeks ago that they've partnered with ChargePoint to build out their charging network, but lately I've been going to supercharging stations and talking with Tesla owners about their user experience. And their experience charging at places like ChargePoint is that there's only like 2 charging ports. You can't see if they're full ahead of time. And there's also no timer, so these owners will plug in their cars at a charge port and then they'll go grocery shopping, and people that are waiting have no idea when they're coming back. Whereas at a Tesla supercharger, you will get charged even once your car is finished charging to incentivize you to be quick so that other people can come and use the charging ports. So ChargePoint is definitely behind on software, but maybe this partnership with Toyota could incentivize them or fund them to build out their software, build out more charging ports, and just increase customer experience in general. As an investor though, I'm not very excited about Toyota partnering with an external company to source out their charging infrastructure. I think I would prefer that a company take that on themselves, not only because it's more profitable, but because it leaves less room for things to go wrong. I'm going to be honest though, you can't really blame them. This is how legacy OEMs have done business for decades. They make partnerships with other companies to take in hundreds of different parts. They piece it all together into a vehicle and then they take a 5% cut. This is why global auto sales have dropped drastically during COVID. It's because these legacy companies rely so heavily on these other companies. Compare this with Tesla, who makes everything that they possibly can in-house, including superchargers. And it's no wonder that their auto sales grew rapidly throughout COVID. Tesla are even going so far as to begin taking control of raw materials. And I quote, "Price of lithium has gone to insane levels. Tesla might actually have to get into the mining and refining directly at scale unless costs improve. There's no shortage of the element itself, as lithium is almost everywhere on Earth, but pace of extraction refinement is slow." When you see a company like Tesla who sees a problem and decides to take it into their own hands and address it, it makes the way these legacy companies have done business for these last several decades look weak to me. And unless they adapt and start to think for themselves, I know where I'm going to be putting my money. Toyota plans to make 3.5 million EVs in 2030, while Tesla is on pace to make 6 times that, or 20 million EVs in 2030. Despite this, Tesla's market cap is only 4 times Toyota's at the moment, and Tesla makes more profit per vehicle. I hate to reason by analogy and compare Tesla with another auto company because Tesla is not an auto company. But when all that these Wall Street analysts can do is reason by analogy and consistently say, Tesla is overvalued, Tesla is overvalued, this auto company is selling way more cars than Tesla, so Tesla's overvalued. Sometimes it feels nice to reason by analogy and make an argument that Tesla is undervalued using the same reasoning that these analysts use. I believe that in the coming months, the narrative is going to start to shift surrounding Tesla. They're going to stop being compared to companies like Toyota, like I'm doing in this video, and they're going to start being compared to nobody because they truly are on an island of their own. I believe that this war in Ukraine is going to start to draw attention to Tesla's energy business, as it is evident that world peace can only be attained if everyone has their own energy grid, something that Tesla is actively working on providing. Tesla is providing renewable energy and battery storage to power our cars, our houses, our businesses. They are giving us our own grid that is not dependent on other nations. And Toyota is partnering with ChargePoint, and you can take your Toyota and go charge it with them and pay them, and good luck. So just a disclaimer, this will be the last time that I stoop to this level and compare Tesla with another legacy automaker. I'm actually ashamed that I kind of did this video. Tesla currently has a 73% market share in the United States. It's not really a competition worth discussing. But nonetheless, thank you guys for watching, and feel free to find me on Twitter at TeslaJill, and like and subscribe to the channel, and bye for now.